Hello, my name is Dr. Dave Phillips. I'm Senior Global Product Technology Specialist for Clean Air for Thermo Scientific. And today we're talking about the UV disinfection within the Thermo Scientific Herasafe 2030i biological safety cabinet. UV disinfection in biological safety cabinets is a process where a germicidal lamp emits UV radiation, typically in the wavelength of about 254 nanometers, that disrupts reproduction in biological organisms within the workspace of the biosafety cabinet. There's two key metrics to this process. There's the intensity of the radiation, often expressed in microwatts per square centimeter or similar units, and then the length of the exposure. Our Thermo Scientific Herasafe 2030i biological safety cabinet has a number of advanced features, including improved containment, an intuitive touchscreen interface, and greater energy efficiency. But today we're talking about the UV capability within the cabinet. We actually have two sets of lamps. We have on this side and on that side. They're covered by these stainless steel covers. You can put them in place if you want to protect the lamps from spatter during the process. You would need to remove them for the disinfection cycle. You'll notice they're on either side. We call that side beam UV, and it gives two sources of UV radiation, which removes shadows. Anything will block UV. Anything in the shadow is not exposed to the UV radiation or the disinfection effect. So the side beam UV leads to greater efficiency or effectiveness within the work area. This cabinet has a nice feature, auto start and auto stop. By pressing one button, I can do everything I need to do to start up the cabinet. It started a program sequence where the window will rise to the operating height, the fan will come on, and the white light will come on. There's also an auto stop function where at the end of the day, by pressing and holding one button, you can go through those things in reverse and start the UV cycle in the way that you would like to. So let's take a look at that configuration scheme. If I press Programs and Edit Auto Stop, I see my choices. At the very top, I can decide what to do about fans, and there's actually three things. We could have the fans turn off during the UV disinfection cycle. We could have the fans run during the UV disinfection cycle. Now the window is closed, so it's at kind of a reduced flow kind of mode. And at the end of the UV disinfection cycle, we can have the fans turn off, or we can have the fans continue on even after the UV has turned off. We can configure that shutdown sequence however it fits best to our application. The other thing I can do, we can set the length of the UV disinfection cycle. Now it's set for 1 hour. A lot of people like that. If because of the particular agents you're working with, you want to run to 1.5 hours or 3 hours, you can, or even lower amounts if that's appropriate. And then the last thing is the auto adjust function. UV lamps decrease in efficiency over time, and what auto adjust does is it automatically extends or compensates the entered exposure time to provide the same amount of radiation to those agents. So for instance, after 4,000 hours of a bulb that has an 8,000 hour life, its efficiency will be at about 90% of what it once was. You'll need 1 hour and 7 minutes to accomplish the same dose of radiation that only took 1 hour at the beginning. Well, you can figure all that out, or you could put in a margin of safety, or you could simply select auto adjust and this cabinet will do it for you. In addition to that, with all the other alerts that the Herasafe 2030i has, tracking HEPA filter life and other things, it also tracks the age of the bulb. So when it reaches that 8,000 hours of life, the alert will advise you that it's time to change the bulb. So it's a very nice cabinet with improved functionality for UV disinfection should you pick that option. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or any of your Thermo Fisher Scientific representatives. I've enjoyed this opportunity to provide you this information. Have a great time. Happy disinfecting. Bye.